Can you tell us what your background is in public health and why you've chosen to run for a political career?
Great, thanks Melissa. So I'm running for the state seat of Balmain, which actually includes Callan Park and Rozelle, as well as a bunch of other suburbs in the inner west. So I'm running as part of the NSW Labor team, which is really exciting because, as I was saying to you before, Melissa, we need more public health people in Parliament. I think we need a lot more different types of people in Parliament, particularly young people. That's one of the reasons why I decided to put my hand up and run. My particular interests in public health are in obesity and non-communicable diseases, but I do have a really big passion for mental health. A lot of us in the community have lived experience, or we have family members and friends with lived experiences of mental health. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's a lot of work to do for the next 10 months or so, but it's really important that political parties have good, progressive young people wanting to put their hand up and put themselves forward. So yeah.
And was the one event that prompted you to
One
get involved in
event.
politics, or was it a process, something you've always wanted to do and public health was just part of the journey?
Yeah, look, I'd have to say my parents have always been quite politically active. They're very progressive. My mum in particular is a feminist and was very active in the women's lib movement in the late 60s and 70s. She actually ran for local government in the 1970s and in Queanbeyan, and she managed to put through a whole bunch of progressive policies like women's refuges and funding for things like that. So I think politics is a lot better when we have more women involved and we have more diverse people from the community involved. Our policy making is just 10 times better. So yeah, I'd probably say my parents have been pretty influential, but then there's also been particular people I've worked for over the years, like Tanya Plibisek, who's been a fantastic mentor and representative for the inner Sydney area.
And what was your public health background? What area were you working in?
So I did my Masters of Public Health at Sydney Uni, actually while I was working for Tanya when she was Health Minister, which was pretty exciting. And then after that I came and worked at the University of Sydney working on some health promotion projects and doing some health promotion research, and now I'm based in the Prevention Research Collaboration at the University of Sydney, and we focus a lot on nutrition, physical activity, and obesity prevention and health promotion more generally. And it also means I get to teach. I'm teaching into our Masters of Public Health program at the moment, which is so much fun. I really love teaching. I love sharing ideas and passion for public health and mental health and health promotion. So.
Fantastic. Now I'm sure some of the people here must have some
questions
for you. Here's your chance.
Yeah.
Callan Park
What am I going to do as
Leslie.
the state candidate?
Yes.
Do something about Callan Park. No. This is a big passion of mine now.
Yes, I mean, this is really an opportunity for us all to see and then to tell the people who are involved just how special and important Callan Park is. It's part of the lungs of Sydney, I think. Plus it has these beautiful, beautiful sandstone buildings that are not properly utilised. And the spaces that are here that could be better utilised than they are. So, Elly, we're looking to you, but we're looking to everybody else to be loud voices that can be heard by everybody.
Yeah. I think one thing I just want to say about places like Callan Park is I think we struggle in Australia to reconcile our history and our troubled history, and I think that, we had a great event a few and I think that really showed to me that we can't shy away from however troubled or difficult our history is. We actually have to stand up and say, let's acknowledge that there's been some really awful and terrible things that have happened in our past, but places like Callan Park need to remind us that we can't just let it wither away. We actually need to reinvest and invest in places like this and show people that all fun and games, it's our history, and we have to be proud of it, and we have to say, yeah, we've learnt from it, and this is what we want to do differently into the future. So I think Callan Park is this beautiful reminder of what we've been doing, but what we can do going into the future. So I really look forward to advocating for this area. Absolutely.
I'll just add something to that to people here who may not realise that the last Croakey Go we did was in the coastal Western Australian town of Carnarvon, and we did a walk there of acknowledgement and remembrance, paying respect to several hundred Aboriginal people who were taken from across Western Australia to be incarcerated in what they called lock hospitals on 2 remote islands off the coast of WA. This was a history from 1908 to 1919, and I'm just thinking the connections between the history here and the history there, and we know, that history of medical incarceration was and remains quite widespread. I mean, our prisons, you could often say, are places of medical incarceration. Anyone else got questions for Elly? Fantastic opportunity here to hit her up for some. What would you like to see her campaigning on in the election?
I would like to see, just because of my daughter, who's dyslexic, and we'd like some synthetic phonics teaching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in fact, some teacher training. Because
Yes.
That leads to a lot of.
There's one kind of key area that I think is missing from state government budgets at the moment, and that is about support for disability and learning services. Because with the introduction of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, there's been this really strange thing where state and territory governments think, oh, now we can just take a back seat and the NDIS will solve everything. And state and territories actually increase their funding to important services like disability services, learning support for students in schools and stuff like that. So, super important area, absolutely.
It's not even learning support, actually. It's just changing the way that teaching through it. So it's right back to prevention.
Yeah. So
In primary schools.
yeah.
Any other questions? Would you like to ask Elly any questions?
I think we're really energised by the fact that Elly has firstly a background in public health, and secondly an interest in mental health, and thirdly a personal connection to Callan Park. And it is important that, whilst we do remember the history of Callan Park, that the original aims when the asylum was designed was to provide a place of recovery and respite. And the grounds here are ideally therapeutic for that use today, and we, Friends of Callan Park, would love to see a real push to advocate for those kind of services to be established at Callan Park. Modern, voluntary mental health services run by qualified community managed organisations.
And funded appropriately by the state government and federal government.
And also, I have to get my 2 cents in, and we're also advocating for a trust to properly govern and maintain Callan Park and ensure its future.
Great. Thanks so much, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks.
Anyone else like to comment or add anything?
I think we've got to start our tour now. Yes.
I think we're still looking for some people who are trying to find us.
We're going to run out of time.
Yeah.